If you love cherry fragrances, if you love Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, you feel like it's so expensive and it doesn't last long anyways, you might as well just get this. This is sexy. Everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, well, welcome. Hello. Hi. Become part of the Glam fam so we can shine together. Hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you will always be notified when I upload a video. Now, today's video, it's about my obsession of my obsession of my obsession. Now, I know I'm already obsessed with fragrances. Fragrance is an obsession, but this is the obsession of the obsession of the obsession. I cannot seem to put these down. This has been like, these fragrances are fragrances that I can't get enough of. I've been putting them in my weekly rotation more. And I know we're getting into spring, but some of them may not be necessarily spring favorites, but it's okay because the weather is still kind of cold. Today is very warm, but in Texas, the weather is warm, but sometimes the weather is cold. It's like, you know how our weather is. One day is hot, one day is cold. It's like, weather is crazy. But anyways, these are some of the fragrances that I am currently obsessed with. The first, in no particular order. I always say this, in no particular order. The first fragrance that I'm obsessed with is Lamar from the house of Kajal. Lamar. Hallelujah. Lamar. Listen. I bought the Hab and Lamar together. And I did a first sniff, like a sniff impression on Instagram, on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, then what are you doing? My Instagram is the same. It's Alalipop. You should go check out Instagram where we share fun stuff, fragrance love, all that good stuff on Instagram. But anyways, I posted that video on Instagram and I had people that told me they're going to go get Lamar because when I sprayed Lamar on the test strips, it was a love at first sniff. I was blown away. The Hab was what everybody said we should get. Everybody was talking about the Hab. And when I read the notes, I wanted Lamar, but I had to get the Hab as well because I wanted the Hab. So I went ahead and got Lamar. And Lamar was the second one I sprayed. Very nice atomizer. Very nice. The last time I had an atomizer this nice was... Malle. It was fragrance Dubois. But this is so good. The atomizer is so good. This is the juiciest pineapple ever. If you don't like pineapple, I am so sorry. This is not the pineapple in Creed. No, that's a different one. And I think the Creed has woody notes to it. This is just like the ripest, the juiciest pineapple you have ever had in your life. It is incredible. Like, when I spray this, it just hits me and it's so good. I have not been able to focus on the Hab. Lamar has my heart. This fragrance is incredible. I am obsessed with it. If you need a fruity fragrance for the summer, it smells juicy, this is a fragrance for you. Lamar is incredible and I am obsessed. I can spend all day talking about Lamar. The second fragrance is an obsession. It is from a brand I discovered while I was in Europe. It's Panadora Sweden. This is called 16. Listen, I was going to put this in a video for fragrances that smell wealthy. And I used Imperial Wood, but now I'm thinking I should have used 16 because 16 smells. 16 is so sexy. Oh, it touched my hand. I love that. Let's put that on. It is so intoxicating. Ah, it's so spicy. It is so spicy. I do not recommend you blind buying this because this is so spicy. But there's this sweetness, undertone of sweetness. It has oud in it as well. But the sweetness is so good. It's like there's some sort of vanilla thing going on in the background. It smells like Sweetie Oud by Roger. The bottle reminded me of The Tragedy of Lord George by Pentalligans. And I've never smelled The Tragedy of Lord George before. When I saw this, I was like, oh, they have Pentalligans here. Let me go smell it. I wanted to smell The Tragedy of Lord George, Changing Constance. Like I wanted Hafedi. I really wanted to smell Hafedi. But when I got close, I was like, oh, wait, that's not Pentalligans. And then I looked at the bottle and honestly, to be honest, their bottles are actually, to me, I prefer this bottle to the Pentalligans bottle. Their bottles are stunning. I think their bottles are a bit better looking. This is so sexy. I am obsessed with this smell. But this is not a spring summer scent. For me, this is more of a fall winter scent. This is incredible. It's by the brand Panadora. Look at the cap. Look at that. Look at that. Take a look at that. Now, the next fragrance that I'm obsessed with. This fragrance has me in a chokehold. This fragrance has my heart. There are two of them. I use them by themselves. I use them together. I use them everywhere. And that is Muse by Xerjoff and Ouverture by Xerjoff. I am literally obsessed with these two fragrances. This is a combo or on its own. And every time I want to use either or, I can't determine which one I need to use. It has been my scent of the day this week. I used it on, there was a week I used it like 3-4 times. This Ouverture is an explosive. It is an explosive fig and incense bomb. And it also has floral touches, fruity touches, all the touches. This is me in a bottle. This, I think, may be my signature scent this year. If you see me, 8 times out of 10, I'm probably wearing Ouverture. And out of the 8 times, 7 of it, I have it mixed with Muse. Muse is this juicy plum, ripe plum juiciness wrapped in leather, so it has this velvety smoothie touch to it, and the bottle looks just like it. The bottle has this plumish effect. It is, let me put this one down, it is it is so underrated. I don't hear people talk about Muse from the house. People talk about Herba Pewter. I own Herba Pewter. I used it last year a lot with a Cento overdose. People talk about Naxos, Lira, Italica, Dama Bianca. I have all those. But when I tell you, this too has been my obsession. I took pictures with it. I talk about it like, this is me in a bottle. I am literally obsessed. And I think that these two fragrances is like my fragrance of the year. The next fragrance that I am obsessed with, it is an obsession. It is Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle. I cannot stop wearing this fragrance. And now we're about to get into the spring and summer months. And I'm like, I have to put it down because this is a fall and winter scent. I can get away with wearing it in the spring months only when I feel like the weather is a bit cool. Today, I think maybe like a 90-degree-ish kind of weather. I'm not going to wear this. That's when I want to smell floral or juicy. But this is a rose and incense bomb. This is a for lifer for me. When I'm done with this fragrance, I'm getting 100 ml. This is so good. The quality, I'm obsessed. As I'm sniffing it, it smells like money. But the money it smells like is like you have money, your husband has money, but you're not a kept woman. You own the company as well. It is so sexy. I am obsessed with it. I talk about this fragrance all the time. If you do not own this in your collection, I don't know what you're waiting on. I don't know what you have in your collection. Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle. The next fragrance that I am obsessed with. This fragrance was an obsession last year, and I've brought it out. And I talked about it in my last video. If there's one fragrance that you want to buy this spring and summer, it's not a summery fragrance. For me, you can wear spring and summer, but like summer nights, but definitely in the spring. Rouge Velours by YSL. This fragrance is so good. It's so sexy. The last time when I recorded, I sprayed this on my hand and I kept sniffing it. My friend came to see me and we were talking. And you know how girls are, when we're talking, sometimes we'll be doing our hands, and I did my hand like this, and he gave her a slap. He gave her whoop. And she was like, whoa, what is that? This fragrance gave her a slap, like gave her, oh, like what? And she kept, and she was like, what is that? And I said, it's Rouge Velours by YSL. She's like, damn, it's good. She's like, it smells so good. Like, it's so sexy. I'm like, oh, it's so good. This is rose and patchouli. Patchouli gets funky, but when you use patchouli right, it can give you the sexiest fragrance you've ever smelled. This is so sexy. I highly recommend, and this is, to me, I think this smells more feminine. It's unisex, but it's more feminine. And I recommend, ladies, if you want to get one, and for the price point, you need to get Rouge Velours for the price. It is sexy. It is stunning, and I am obsessed with it. Now, the next fragrance is a cheapie. You know, when I do the videos, I love to throw on a cheapie because it's not every time we want to spend top dollars on a fragrance. Sometimes, you know, everybody's different. We're on a budget. And for me, I like a good clone. I like a good cheapie. I want to smell good. And sometimes I just want to spend $20, $30, $40, $50 max on a fragrance and still smell good. This is a Zara perfume that I'm obsessed with. It is a dupe for Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. You know how we were in a season where we were in a cherry kick, cherry hype? Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. We had Kajal brought the Burning Cherry. I got that one, but I gifted it. I never even opened it, and I gifted it to a sister of mine. And she loves it. I never used it, and I said I was going to buy it again, and I just didn't. So I picked up Zara's Cherry Smoothie. Look at my dent. If you love cherry fragrances, if you love Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, you feel like it's so expensive and it doesn't last long anyways, you might as well just get this. This is sexy. This is like very fun. It's very playful. I would say it's very youthful. It's also good for date night. It's very yummy. It's delicious. This is good in the spring and you can wear it in the summer. But I think in the summer, if it's really, really hot, it can feel sticky because it feels like that's cherry syrupy stickiness. But this is so delicious. This is my only Zara fragrance. I don't own lots of Zara fragrance. I only own one, and that's Cherry Smoothie. And you can tell, if I say I'm obsessed with it, look at the dent. So I'm using it. Some fragrances that I'm obsessed with, they're so pricey that I don't get to use. I just like one spray and I'm okay. But some of them like this, I'm like, I can afford to burn through it because it was $30. For $30, if you love cherry, you love that whipped cream effect, the smoothiness of it, you would enjoy Cherry Smoothie by Zara. The next fragrance that I am obsessed with, that embodies spring, it embodies a luxurious royal woman. A woman that loves to shop at Hermes and get her quarter bag, and is so luxurious. And I'm obsessed, but I don't get to use it because it's so expensive. You will hear me talk about this fragrance a lot, at least this year. That is Rouge Intense by Fragrance Dubois. This is luxury. Look at the bottle alone. Look at that. You see the crystals around it. And the back just says like an original perfume by Fragrance Dubois. Rouge Intense. I'm obsessed. This is so different from all fragrances I typically love. But when I smelled it for the first time, I was impressed. I was amazed. I was flabbergasted. This is orange blossom. It's jasmine. It has pineapple, it has ylang ylang, it has fruity touches, it has rose, and then it has vanilla, it has oud, and I think it has musk. There's a lot going on, but everything is so well blended. I feel like they put the right percentage of everything in it. It's so well blended, well crafted, and it smells like the most luxurious juice you've ever smelled. This is luxury. I'm obsessed with Rouge Intense. The next fragrance that I am obsessed with, I do not recommend you blind buying. We're getting in the spring and summer, so I'm about to retire her because she had a good run in the fall and winter. And I love vanilla in the fall and winter. I can get away with wearing it in the spring, but in Texas, as weather's getting hot, we hitting 70, 80, 90. I'm gonna retire her. And her name, I talked about her in a video already. Her name is Annie by Nishane. Annie's that girl. Annie's that girl that not everybody gets. She's very unique. She's that girl that you wake up one morning after she has left you. You know, like Annie's that girl that you don't appreciate, that she does everything for you. She was that girl that you could have married, or she's that guy, because it's a men's fragrance. It's targeted towards men, but he's also, I would say, that person that you should have married, but you were so busy being caught up in the glitz and glams of life and the sweetness. Like, let's say you were being caught up in Love Don't Be Shy, you know, with the good stuff. And then you forgot that you had a gem at home. And now Annie's gone. And then you'd be like, you wake up one morning and you say, what happened? I missed a good thing. Like you wake up one morning and Annie will be on a test strip, or you spray it on a jacket and you go to that jacket. Like I guarantee you 2-3 days later and you smell that jacket, you'll be like, what? What is that? That's Annie. Once Annie hits, you will be so obsessed. Look at my dent. I am obsessed with her, but I will be retiring her pretty soon and I will bring her out in the fall. And when I bring her out in the fall, I will also buy a new bottle because I know that by the end of the year, I'll be done with Annie and I would need a new bottle. So Annie by Nishane. The next fragrance, I have 2 more fragrances to talk about that I'm obsessed with. One of them is Rouge Saray from the house of Atelier des Ors. I love to do this because the Atelier des Ors bottles, see, they have gold speck in it. This is a really gorgeous niche fragrance. Like this is very niche, meaning it's not mass appealing. Do not go blind by it. It has dates. It is very delicious. It is so intoxicating. All I do is I come here and I sniff Rouge Saray every other day. When I did the blind buy sniff test, I did not get it. It didn't hit. Rose Amayad was the fragrance for me because it's rose, it's oud. That's my zhuzh. After that video, I used both of them and then I could not stop sniffing Rouge Saray. I come here and I just sniff Rouge Saray to appreciate the beauty. Like I said, I don't recommend you blind buy Rouge Saray. It's not blind buy safe. It is really stunning. It's very sexy, very datey. Smells like a Middle Eastern, Mediterranean dessert. So it's a bit sticky, but it's gorgeous. It has this woodiness feel to it. It is so sexy. I'm obsessed with this. I love saying that. Atelier des Ors. This is my second fragrance from them. I almost pulled the trigger on Lune Feline. Now I regret. I need to buy Lune Feline. I would love to own that in the fall and winter as well. Now, the last fragrance that I'm obsessed with, I don't know if when I first got it, I was a bit underwhelmed, and I will tell you why. It's not because it wasn't good, and that is Arabian Tonka from the house of Montale, Paris. The sillage, this is beast mode. If I spray this here and I move around and come back, you will smell it all over the room. This fragrance is beast mode. When I got this, This reminded me of, oh, and I also have Instant Crush by Mansera. So I'm like, I got this. I'm like, it reminds me of Intense Cafe and Instant Crush by Mansera mixed together. That's what I think this is. And then I smelled Roses Musk by Montale, and it reminded me of this and Intense Cafe. I'm like, they all kind of smell alike. Just put them by themselves and focus on this alone. It is gorgeous. This is sugar. I get like sugar cane from this. And it has oud. I think it has oud, but the oud is very minimal. It smells like a royalty. A bit synthetic, but I love this. I love to layer this. I love to use it by itself. It is really sexy. I'm beginning to be obsessed with it. I have been using it non-stop. Like, I really do like it. I'm so happy I have it in my collection. At first I'm like, it reminds me of this, it reminds me of that, it reminds me of this, but now it's like, but I keep using this over what it reminds me of. I've been using this over Instant Crush. I've been using it, picking it up more than I've been picking up Intense Cafe. I don't own Roses Vanille, but I'm okay on it for now. And I've been loving Arabian Tonka by Montale. It's sugar cane, it's sugar, it's sweet. And I am obsessed with it. That is it, guys. Those are the fragrances that I am currently obsessed with. What are some fragrances that you are obsessed with? I would like to try them as well. Now, my list is subject to change. I can wake up tomorrow, next tomorrow, and I have a new fragrance that I'm obsessed with, okay? That's how it is. It changes every now and then. But these are the fragrances that I'm obsessed with. I would like to know the ones you're obsessed with. And like I always say, in all things, add glitter. When you're in doubt, sprinkle more glitter in it. Thanks for watching, guys.